Hey, thank you guys for coming to my YouTube channel. I just wanted to show you this song by Bethel called Freedom. So I'm doing a two-part video series, and this video is going to be the first part, and it's mainly focused for acoustic and just the basics of this song, all the chords, the structure of it, and how it works as a whole, and kind of how I strum it in my style. And then the second part is going to be electric and all the leads. So let's get after it, and hopefully you guys can learn it. So the D chord, you have the first finger on the second fret, G string, the third finger on the third fret, B string, and then the second finger on the second fret, first string. And then whenever you play it, you're only going to strum from the D string down. Okay, and that's the D chord. The G chord, I actually mute this fifth string with the fat part of my finger, middle finger. I just place the second finger on the third fret, E string, and just lightly touch the A string so it mutes it. Then I can get a nice full resonant chord. And then the third and fourth finger I keep on the third fret on the B string and the E string, these high two strings right here. You keep those two fingers right there. Once you play the D, you put that pinky right there for the G. And then for the D over F sharp, I just take these two fingers, and once again I'm going to mute the fifth string with the fat of my first finger right here, right on the bottom part of that finger. I just lightly touch the A string to where it mutes it. I actually do this with a lot of chords. A lot of guitar players do this. It's just a way to mute strings that you don't want to be heard or played. So then I have the first finger on the second fret, E string. The second finger is on the second fret, G string. And then once again, those third and fourth fingers are going to be on the B and E string, third fret. And then for the B, all you have to do is go up a string, the B minor 7. You keep these three fingers right where they are. Okay, so here's how the intro of Freedom goes. Typically it starts on this acoustic lick, which I believe the guitar player for Bethel probably has a capo on. I'm guessing probably somewhere around the 7th fret. But I don't ever play it like that. I just play it on the 7th fret G string, and then I bar my first finger on the 5th fret for the B and E string, and I just play it like this. You hit the G string twice, 2 down strums, and then you just do an up strum on the E, up strum on the B. And here's how I play it in context. Lead would come in right here, start building, and then right about there is where the bass and the other instruments would come in on the D over F sharp, and you play that part of the intro like this, and it's actually an instrumental break in other parts of the songs that I'll come back to, but it's basically for the intro, and then after the first chorus, and then after the second chorus going into the bridge. So here's how it goes. You have D over F sharp, G, D over F sharp, then you go to B minor 7, D over F sharp again, G, D over F sharp, B. Verse 1. Okay, so for the majority of this song, you're playing the same chords on acoustic that I've noticed. And really for the verse, all you're doing, you play a D. And for each line, or for the first 2 lines, you stay on D for 4 bars. Captives free, you came to bring us liberty. And right here you go to a B minor 7, then you go to a G, D over F sharp, to G. Then you do a stop at the end of the first verse, just like that. D over F sharp, G, going into the chorus. And for the chorus, it's very similar to the verse in the intro. For the chorus, you just stay on D, go to G, D over F sharp, back to G, stay on D, G, D over F sharp. Here's where it changes. For the second part of the chorus, you go to the B minor 7 chord. Then the rest of the chorus is the same. So instead of starting on a D, you just start on a B minor 7 and just finish out just like the other parts. So it'll be like this. Still go back to the G. Then you just go back to the D for the last part of the chorus. G, D over F sharp, then G. Then you go back to the intro riff. Okay, and then it repeats that same kind of form for verse 2. And then you do the same thing for the chorus. There is a different part at the end of verse 2. Instead of doing that one stop, you do 4 stops. And I know on the recording, they kind of do that within the verse. So I'll go ahead and play it so you can just hear how they do it. Right here. Then here's where it changes from the verse. Then you go into the chorus. Okay, and then for the bridge, it's very similar to the verse in that you just sustain out on a D. I'm free. This is where the drums are really hitting the bass. You just stay on that D. I'm free to shout it out. You start playing just like the verse. I'm free. Here's where it changes though. You go to a B minor, back to G, then you go to D over F sharp. Then right here, they throw you an F sharp minor. Then you just go back to the B minor, the G, then you actually go to a D right here, then you end it on an A. So here's how that plays out in context. I'm free to dance and sing. I'm free to shout it out. I'm free to dance and sing. I'm free to worship you. I'm gonna worship you. Then back to the chorus.